more importantly, her female friends that she dresses for have heads filled with mushy peas. Right? It's true. And harsh but fair. Harsh. And then, oh, your neighbor, the witch, Jesus, convert her, convert me, bless both of us. Father Leon, please help him to be concise and on time today, for once. Finally, your house, say Jesus and your guardian angels, guard my house and please turn off the oven. Thank you very much. Amen. Okay? We trust in the power of prayer. We've turned it all into prayer. So you have no more distractions. So you will never have any more distractions from now on, right? Okay, well, turn them into prayer. Now, Our Lady then says something quite strange. She says, pray the rosary from the heart. How can you pray the rosary from the heart? Well, the rosary, I want to explain to you what the rosary is. When I was a child, my parents went out for the evening. They left us to our own devices, and we were bored, so we took down all the old photo albums, and we're looking through all these pictures, my grandparents' wedding, that sort of thing, black and white pictures. And we thought, this is our family, but how come we're not in these pictures? So we thought, let's remedy that. So we got a big orange crayon, yes, and we drew ourselves in. So I remember clearly my mother's baptism. She's in her cradle, and there's a gigantic stick figure version of my sister looming over her, grinning with a lean grin. My parents' wedding, all four of us are in the front row. Okay. I won't tell you what happened to us when my parents were but our instinct was a good one. Our instinct. Because it's saying, this is my family, how come I'm not there? Think about those Renaissance frescoes we have, especially the Italian ones. You have the Nativity of Jesus at Bethlehem with Our Lady, St. Joseph, shepherds, angels singing Gloria in Excelsis, and wise men with gifts. And Don Cosimo and his wife, Donna Lucrezia. You think, what are they doing there? How come Don Cosimo and Lucrezia are there? Or in Florence, in San Marco, the beautiful frescoes by Blessed Fra Angelico, you have Jesus on the cross, and at the foot of the cross, Our Lady being helped by St. Catherine of Siena. You think, well, how come Catherine is there 1,300 years early? And then, or you have Jesus crowned with thorns, being hit and spat upon and mocked, and St. Dominic in the foreground reading the Gospels. This always struck me as strange, because Dominic is there, and he also has the Gospels. He's got spoilers. He knows how it all turns out. What is that about? Well, that is what the Rosary is. The Rosary is your orange crayon to draw yourself into the mysteries, because Jesus and Mary are your family. But more than that, literally, the Rosary is a time machine. I mean this quite literally. Because when we pray the third joyful mystery, we're not thinking about the first Christmas and trying to imagine what it looked like. The power of the first Christmas comes to us today, now, when we pray the third joyful mystery. When we pray, say, the fourth sorrowful mystery, we are there with Simon of Cyrene, carrying Christ's cross for him, with him, up Calvary. When we pray the first glorious mystery, we are in the garden, waiting for the Lord's resurrection. Okay? The power of the actual event comes to us now, today. So in that sense, it is a time machine. Alright? It is powerful. The Rosary is very, very powerful. During exorcisms, the demons always say, we hate that thing. And they use a word I can't use. They say, we hate that poo. We hate that thing. But they say, thankfully, most priests do not promote it now. This is what the demons say during exorcisms. Okay? Every Hail Mary said devoutly is a hammer blow to Satan's head. Every rosary said devoutly binds the demons and weakens their power. Okay? So the rosary is very powerful. Our Lady says pray it every day. Here she started everyone slowly. She started with 7 Our Fathers, 7 Hail Marys, 7 Glory Bees. After a few months she said, please add the Apostles' Creed. After another few months she said, okay, now I want you to say 5 decades of the rosary. And again after a few months she said, now I want you to say the whole rosary 15 decades. The complete rosary, joyful, sorrowful, glorious mysteries. Okay? Now, you might think this is difficult or impossible. But to say the rosary properly in 5 decades takes about 15 minutes. Think about how many 15-minute slots of your time you have wasted on Instagram, Facebook, Love Island, EastEnders, things like this. Complete and utter waste of time. Or in fact, if you've watched Titanic, that's 3.5 hours of your life gone. Pointless. What a pointless waste of time, right? Yeah, and she killed him in the end, because, as every doctor knows, you're not dead till you're warm and dead. He had hypothermia. Anyway, she killed him. Spoilers. All right. Anyway, I've never watched the film, actually. I just know the ending. But think about that, because Our Lady says you do not understand. It takes up so little of your time. Be generous with her. Be generous with Our Lady. She is our mother. And she asks for the whole rosary. Don't ask me about luminous mysteries. They were not invented when she said this. All right? So joyful, sorrowful, glorious. The mysteries that she gave to Saint Dominic, our founder. All right? Then, the second stone is Holy Mass. Our Lady says, go to Holy Mass as often as possible. Receive Christ in a state of grace. Go to Mass early. Prepare yourselves with silence. Never leave Mass without making your thanksgiving. She also says to the